Finkelstein, and it's my honor and pleasure to open up this segment of our awards for our young professionals. And I was just thinking when I came in the room this morning, we heard about meetups and how popular they are. And I was thinking, this is the ultimate meetup. This is what it's supposed to be. Nobody had to come here. Well, maybe you guys were getting the awards. But nobody had to come here. You came here voluntarily to learn something from each other and have this great networking opportunity. And that's really what JPRO Network is all about. And thank you, Brenda and Jacob, for making it happen every day. So we all appreciate it. So I have a very short amount of time, so I'll speak quickly. So the JCSA Young Professional Award was established through a generous endowment of the Andrew and Charles Bronford Philanthropies and recognizes early stage professionals who demonstrate exemplary service to their agencies and communities. These professionals are already accomplished individuals. They've been nominated by their colleagues, and they're dedicated to a professional career in the Jewish community. The award recognizes outstanding work and honors them in a very special way by saying that amongst your peers, you really stand out today. They're all under 35, and they've really said, I'm prepared to move ahead and take the initiative and continue to contribute. We were very fortunate this year in being able to see short videos from our nominees, and it was just great because I had the opportunity to meet Ira Dounn before I had the opportunity to speak to him, and I saw him on that video, and Ira, I just sort of wanted to hug you. That's So Ira is the Director of Jewish Enrichment at BBYO. He was nominated by Rabbi David Kessel, who is the Chief Program Officer for BBYO. In his nomination letter, David wrote, Ira regularly draws upon his passion and expertise to inspire others and push people to excel at their own Jewish educational pursuits. In Cherry Hill, as the BBYO Regional Pro, he grew his region by 25%, great metrics, and launched 2 new teen chapters. Under his leadership, the region launched a new training institute to ensure that the team leaders had the skill and resources necessary to motivate and guide their peers. Due in part to his success, Ira was selected in 2012 to be part of the inaugural cohort of 3 directors of Jewish Enrichment, a program that's funded by the Jim Joseph Foundation. Ira regularly draws upon his passion and expertise to inspire others and push people to excel in their own Jewish educational pursuits. He's co-facilitating a workshop for all BBYP professionals on Hillel's Ask Big Questions, and his ability to engage with people, prompting them to bring their whole selves into the conversation. It's a wonderful skill that he's honed over time. He's a respected leader and educator, and while working full-time for BBYO, he's also managed to pursue a master's in Jewish education from Hebrew College, and he's currently additionally working towards his rabbinic ordination. Ira, it's my pleasure to present you with this award.
It was funny because Sheila and I were getting an award together, and we've done like all this Hillel and BBYO things. It's going to be in DC, have the same office now, so it's like very, very appropriate. My goal at BBYO is to make Judaism relevant and meaningful for young people. With that in mind, I chose to model the speech after the 3 sections of the Amidah: Shevach, praise; Bakashot, requests; and Hoda'ah, gratitude. I want to show that we can use the wisdom of Judaism in our everyday lives. So first, praise. We're doing extraordinary work in the Jewish community. And by "we're," I include many of the people and organizations in this room. I'm proud to work for BBYO, an organization with such incredible momentum and such significant growth. I'm not even an alumnus, but I wish I was. I regularly see teens experience or lead programming that they will remember for the rest of their lives, and that will shape their Jewish identity into profound and important ways. And even at the GA, people come up and say, I'm an alumnus of BBYO. I'm an alumnus of BBYO, and it's really inspiring. So let's all give ourselves a pat on the back and a mazel tov. Even though there's a lot of work left to do, there's a lot to celebrate. 2, requests. Will you resolve and commit to making Judaism relevant and meaningful for yourself and those you serve? This doesn't need to be from a religious place. There is much that our people's heritage and wisdom can teach us, and it can form so much of what we do. Like, for example, how we deliver award acceptance speeches. Gratitude, 3. There is a lot to be grateful for. Thank you to Brenda Gervitz and everyone at JPRO for this incredible honor. Thank you to the Jim Joseph Foundation for making the Director of Jewish Enrichment positions in BBYO possible. Thank you to Matt Grossman, to Rabbi David Kessel, to Rachel Maiden, to Robin Judelson, to Gary Levin, to Sarah Minion, and so many, all of the BBYO people, Amanda Friedman and Sam Perlin, our international presidents, and they're here at the GA as well. Thank you to them for making BBYO an excellent place to work and for doing such important and meaningful service to the global Jewish community. Thank you to my parents, my family, to Rabbi Sam and Rhoda Mendelowitz for inspiring me to try and make Judaism inspiring for others. And so I include my 3-part Amidah inspired speech. I challenge you to do something today that makes Judaism relevant and meaningful to you and those you serve. Let's take 3 steps forward and continue to build an inspired Jewish community together. Thank you.
It's in the podium on the far, in the middle. Your word. She's gonna give you her award. Yeah, go.
Ira, by the way, I'm a BBYO alumni. Although I've been a pro for many years, and nothing gives me greater interest and opportunity than to be able to have been the co-chair of the awards committee for many years. And before that, I was the past president of JCSA, now JPRO. I'm Jay Spector, CEO of JEVS Human Services, a partner agency of the Philadelphia Jewish Federation. The committee works hard to be fair and objective as possible, and when we are honored to see so many wonderful professionals recognized by their colleagues, we are serious when we say that all these nominees are winners, and we will follow them through their careers so that we can truly say that the contributions that they have made to the Jewish people are extraordinary. It is now my pleasure to present to you another extraordinary young person. The other 2014 JPRO Young Professional Award goes to Sheila Katz, who was nominated by Eric Fingerhut, President and CEO of Hillel International. At 31, Sheila is the youngest vice president in Hillel's history. This came about because of her drive, determination, strategic thinking, and ability to work seamlessly with colleagues across organizational teams. At 27, she was already overseeing $1 million program, Ask Big Questions. And as Eric wrote to us, she has represented Hillel with grace and integrity. She is frequently called upon to speak, and she participates in numerous other programs, such as those of the Harmon Institute, the DC Federation Connect Gens, and Wexner Fellows. Even after earning a master's degree in education, she continues to participate in educational opportunities. The JPRO Awards Committee was particularly impressed with Sheila's short video in which she spoke passionately about her vision for the Jewish community, one in which inclusion and opportunities for women are advanced. It was clear that this is a young woman of passion, and we are so very pleased to present her with this honor. Sheila, will you come on?
We got it. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, and I'm honored to stand here, just thrilled to be receiving an award alongside Alan, alongside Ira, alongside so many other people. I want to share a quick story, and it's from my first job outside of college. I was an elementary school teacher in New York City through Teach for America. And I showed up surprised that somebody gave me my teaching license and walked into the projects of New York City in my classroom and went right to the back and looked at the book selection. And I got so excited because I saw all my favorite childhood books, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I later learned was about Jesus, that's okay, and James and the Giant Peach, Bridge to Terabithia. I finally had an excuse to read children's books, and that was acceptable because I was teaching 6th grade. And then my students came to the class, and they just weren't excited about reading. And so I did 2 things. The first thing I did was to tell them to turn their captions on their television programs, because most TV programs are at 4th grade reading level. And it doesn't work if you only watch reality television programs, because they don't have captions. So then I said, why is it that my students don't want to read? And why is it that they don't understand that there's like these amazing stories of inspiration that are out there? Then I noticed something really interesting about the books. They all involve people that looked like me and my family. They had a lot of white characters with a mom and a dad in the suburbs. And that just wasn't their experience. So I went on this quest to find and replace the books in the classroom with stories that spoke to their experiences. Found this great book called Something Beautiful, another one called Julian's Secret Agent, and the pictures of the pages on the book reflected who they were, and all of a sudden, to no surprise, they wanted to read. And so when I entered the Jewish community, kind of accidentally at Hillel, I had a moment like this myself, where I looked around and I said, why is it that no one leading these organizations looks like me? And why is it that whenever I'm working in these places and seeing speakers and panels, it seems to be all men of a particular age and a particular background? And I didn't have the drive to picture myself wanting to be CEO of an organization or anywhere else, because it wasn't my experience to know that that was something I could do. And then I met, she might even be in this room, Kathy Manning, who is an incredible woman who agreed to have lunch with me randomly because I asked. I was like, here's somebody who's working in the Jewish community, who's got this great life outside of the Jewish community, and has a lot of the things that I think I'm interested in. She took 2 hours out of her day to have lunch with me, and that was when it clicked for me that I could do exactly what I wanted to in this Jewish community, and I could help other people picture themselves in the pages of the stories that we're writing collectively about what our Jewish community looks like. And so I'm honored to be here today, particularly with Hillel, who I believe is leading the way in writing younger people into the pages of our story. Since Eric's been CEO in the last year, he's flattened the hierarchy of our organization. We have more people in senior leadership than ever before. We have our first millennial in senior leadership than ever before. And for the first time, we have an equal number of women and men in leadership roles. You can applaud that. This is a model for what we ought to do. And so I'd like to see, or my call to action for everyone here, is as you're organizing these incredible events and opportunity that you think about both who's in the room, who's not in the room, and how you can diversify the people who get the microphone. If you're having a panel about college students, please invite a college student to speak, and if you need help, come find me. And so lastly, I just want to thank my colleagues for nominating me, Eric in particular, Katie Wexler, Jamie Shippen, and Jeremy Moskowitz, who all were a part of it. And a lot of my mentors here in this room, Sydney, I see you over here, Eric, Wayne, Rob, Tilly, my partner in crime for so many years. And I just hope that being up here and working towards diversifying our leadership will inspire even more people to enter the door in Jewish life and consider themselves running it. Thanks so much.